Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Move Beautifully with Hilda. Now, sitting is an essential part of day-to-day living. We all sit. The only thing is how long and in what way. Some of us sit for longer hours, some of us shorter hours. But I would say majority of the people have feelings of tight lower back, tight hips, even a tight spine as a result of sitting long hours here. And some people have resorted to sitting on a big ball while working in the office, or actually switch from sitting to a standing workstation. Now, does that really help? Perhaps to some extent. But I would say the best thing to do is to learn to sit properly so that we are stacked up in a position where our spine is supported. Now, it's very important that we place our pelvis in the right position so that our spine is nicely stacked up on it. This way, we won't be in a compromised position, be it in a overly anterior tilt or posteriorly tilt pelvis. Think about it, our body moves like a chain. So, from the pelvis, if it's properly stacked up, our spine, the joints there will be congruent, and as it works its way up, our shoulders and neck will also be stacked up in the right place. So, really important, the thing that we need to pay attention to is our sit bones here, or it's called the ischial tuberosity. Sitting on our ischial tuberosity or sit bones, it's important because it gives support to our spine. And the sit bones is at the bottom tip of our pelvis. When we sit, we need to make sure that both the left and the right side are equally balanced. And also very importantly, we need to make sure that the pelvis is not anteriorly or posteriorly tilted. On the left, you see a picture of a posteriorly tilted pelvis that overstretches the lower back. And on the right, you see an anteriorly tilted pelvis that compresses the lower back. Both tilt positions are not ideal. We need to be in a neutral position. And to do that, we need to sit on our ischial tuberosity or sit bones, because only then can we find neutral pelvis and hence neutral spine. Let's look at some practical ways here on how and where we can find our sit bones. To begin with, we need awareness, right? So we need to feel our sit bones. And if you don't mind, let's dig in. And I mean dig in because we literally have to put our fingers to our buttock and pull the flesh out to feel the bony bits of the sit bones. Let's try. So I'm going to turn to the side and show you. Now, to make it easier to find, I suggest that you lean forward, bend the knees, and you kind of feel your butt sticking out. Exactly that. You're going to place your hands where your butt is, okay? Do this when you're at home alone or when you feel comfortable enough, not in public, of course. So here, you feel yourself pulling the flesh out, okay? Naturally, your fingers will come in contact with two bony bits, one on each side. So that's the thing. Press into the bony bits a little bit just to make sure you got the middle point, which is the highest point of your sit bones. And with that, slowly come to sitting on a chair. Now, very important here, you got to continue to pull the buttock flesh out so that as you adjust yourself, you will be sitting on the highest point of your ischial tuberosities or your sit bones. And as you let go, this is how it's going to look like. Your spine will be stacked up effortlessly. You will look like you have some buttock flesh out, which is a good thing because with the flesh in the way and the sit bones being quite deep in, we're not going to be able to feel it so easily. So make sure the flesh are nicely pulled out. Then we feel the bony bits here. I suggest you do it on a hard surface chair or table, it's okay. And to start with, because this will help us to feel the bony bits much better. Now, you're going to sit here. You're going to continue to pull your flesh up a little bit, and feeling comfortable to where you are now, you're going to start to feel your spine nicely stacked up on the bony bits where the sit bones are. You're going to feel you are quite comfortably supported. You're not trying to be straight. You are just straight. Over time, these will be effortless. Now, one thing I want to point out as well, which is a very nice effect from sitting up straight, is that your belly will naturally be pulled in and up. So we no longer have to do the deliberate action of sucking the belly in to keep the belly flat. No, because when we are stacked up, when we are on our sit bones, the pelvis is in the right position, the spine is nicely supported and stacked up, our core is intuitively and naturally lightly engaged. And I don't mean engaged for hardcore abs, engaged in a way that they are in an optimal position to work when needed. So in this case, our core is also supporting us, but very subtly, okay? Because to hold ourselves up, we still need our core muscles. So this is how it is. Now, when we sit up, we will feel that our spine is nicely supported, quite effortlessly. The joints, the bones are congruent, nicely stacked up. There's a gentle lift of our abdominal, and we actually feel quite comfortable here. We shouldn't feel like we are making much of an effort. Now, for those with weak core, you might feel like there's a bit of pull here. That's okay. It only means that something is being activated because it's being put in the right position. It is waking up. It's really okay. Sit here for a bit and enjoy your new, nice, congruent, stacked up position, i.e. your good posture. I hope you find that helpful. The sit bones are very important to help stack up our entire spinal structure, including the pelvis. It is one of the most, if not the most important step towards finding our postural balance and congruency in the spine so that we are well supported every day. And hopefully this will build up to be in our body memory, and sitting with good posture will be something that we can do very naturally in due time. So if you find this helpful, please give me a thumbs up, like the video, and subscribe to my channel, and hope to see you in the next one. Thank you for tuning in.